What's up, guys? This is Brian. This is Hobby Tech DIY, and today I'm very excited. I'm doing an unboxing video of the Navatlas DXP1000DVR. This is the head unit from Navatlas. I'll be using this in conjunction with their SB235 soundbar speakers, along with the BMA 475 waterproof 300 watt amplifier. I've done unboxing videos for several of their products. I've got a whole bunch of stuff that's going in the Razor behind me. It's a 2017 XP4 Turbo. But this one is the one that I'm most excited about. This is what really brought Navatlas to my attention. When I was out looking for audio systems, I looked at, SSV and MTX and Rockford. But I didn't want something that was roof mounted, and I wanted to be able to customize it the way that I wanted. And I wanted the ability to have an in-dash installed unit that had a touchscreen that I was able to, mirror my phone to, that was a high quality audio source. And I just couldn't find much out there that seemed to compete with this. Couldn't find a lot of information on it. Couldn't find a lot of reviews. So that's why I'm doing this. I figure I'll do the unboxing, I'll do the installation, and then I'll give an honest review with my feedback after I've actually had a chance to use it. So with that, let's go ahead and get into it. On the box here it says 7-inch TFT LCD monitor with AM/FM radio and audio, built-in Bluetooth, USB 1080p file playback, built-in DVR system with 2 waterproof cameras. So there are 2 action cameras in the box. The unit itself acts as a DVR, hence part of the model name. IP66 waterproof rating, anti-shock glass. It has 4 12-volt aux power switcher control on GUI. So you can actually get, it'll give you 4 soft buttons that are like rocker switches, and you can connect this thing to, they make an add-on module that's a relay that'll allow you to control up to 4 things. So if you want to turn lights on and off or fans or something like that, you can do that with the soft buttons that are on the screen. And then it says 4-volt line out front rear sub. So that's in a nutshell. Let's go ahead and break into the box and see what it looks like. So opening the box, we'll pull this guy out first and see what this is. There's 2 smaller boxes in here. Get these where you guys can see them. Open these up. It's like Christmas. These are the action cameras. So it's in a nice plastic molded case, kind of a GoPro style looking. The way they've run the wire through here, it's all sealed up. There's a grommet there, so I don't think that'll be an issue. Really lightweight. It's got a waterproof connector on the end here, which I assume screws into the connector on the other side on the back of the head unit. So that's what the camera looks like, and there's 2 of those in here. I'm going to set this off to the side and open this white box here, which is packed full of stuff. This is the Dualcast Wi-Fi audio video HDMI dongle. So this is what allows you can connect your phone to this dongle, and it allows you to display your phone's screen on the display of the DXP. If you are an Android user, my understanding is there is 2-way functionality. So I can display my phone screen on the DXP, and I can click around and interact with my phone. If you're an Apple user, iOS, I don't think that works. But I don't have an Apple, so I'm not worried about that. So this is the HDMI dongle itself. Plug right into an HDMI port. There's a little button on here. I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe pairing or something like that. And then it has a micro USB port, assuming for power, on the side. And it comes with a HDMI male-female dongle, along with a USB to micro USB cable. So I'm going to set that aside. There's a little instruction manual in here. tells you how to pair it, how to use it, and it looks like the button itself says that it is a reset button. So it will reset the dongle. There you go. Also in the box is a micro USB cable with waterproof connectors on it to connect one of your cameras to the head unit. Another micro USB cable. This one looks quite a bit longer, probably for the rear camera. There's a wire harness that says switch control wires 1 through 4, so this would connect into that relay module that they have if you were going to use it for that. I may eventually, right now I don't have anything to run off of it, so I'm not going to be putting that to use. There are 2 microphones in here with 3.5 millimeter connectors on them. There's a quick start guide. It's got a wiring diagram on it. It has kind of how to use it, USB operation, AVN operation, Bluetooth phone and music, dual mirror, switch operation, all kinds of stuff. Just walks you through the menus and how to use everything. For DVR operation, it does say you can use it full screen on one camera. You can use split screen on 2 different cameras. They actually have a view here that has it looks like 4. I'm not sure what that is. And then it says the resolution can be set to 1920 by 1080 or 1280 by 720. You can change the recording time, so you can make it 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, or continuous. Turn wide dynamic range on or off. A couple other things, so you can take a look at that. There is a screen protector. It's very thick. It looks like it's maybe Lexan or plexiglass, probably plexiglass. But it's not like the thin, stick-on adhesive type screen protector. This one's pretty heavy duty. Couple of mounts in here for the cameras, some roll bar mounts for the cameras themselves. And then you've got a little Velcro tie and the harness for your power and ground, and one wire says trigger wire for rear view camera on it. So I'll put that aside, and then let's get to the DXP itself. Man, this thing is cool. Okay, so very light. Feels like it weighs almost nothing. It's in a nice plastic housing. So this will mount in that watertight that, let's face it, at least in my case, isn't exactly water or dust tight. But it's supposed to fit in that area. You take that cover off and this is supposed to go right in there. And I think it's going to look really good. It's got some soft buttons on the front. There's a home, volume up and down, a back button, something that looks like a Windows key that probably takes you like to the home screen, and then something that looks like if I pushed it, it would take me, to settings. There's a clear protective film on the front, keep the screen nice. I'm not going to take that off just yet. And then on the back, let's spread these out a little bit. On this side, there are 2 subwoofer line outputs. There is a rear view camera input. There are rear left and right and front left and right RCA outputs. And then in this bunch we've got USB. This one says charge only. I don't know what it's going to charge. I don't know what the amp rating is on it or how fast it's going to charge your devices. I know some lower amperage charges or chargers, if you're using GPS or something else on your phone, it doesn't actually charge because it doesn't put out enough power. I don't know what this one puts out, so we'll have to find out. There's an AV input, and then there's an HDMI input. So there's a ton of ways you can, connect to this and get media, whether it's music or video going through it. The AV 3.5 millimeter here, or the HDMI input. There's also a USB input, and then you've got the Wi-Fi dongle. On this side, there is radio antenna, got USB playback, and then this one's Bluetooth mic, so I guess if you got your phone connected to it and you were actually trying to have a conversation, you can take one of those microphones, plug it in here, and it will use that as the microphone source for a Bluetooth call. And then you've got one that says camera mic, the power harness here with an inline fuse on it, and then camera 1 and camera 2 input with the waterproof connectors. And those are micro USB. And then this is the other side of the switch relay harness. So pretty simple, not much to it. As far as wiring goes, there's a micro SD card slot on the front, I assume for the DVR functionality, and then a power button right here. It did not come with a micro SD card, so keep that in mind. I'll have to pick one of those up if I want to use the DVR. But cool looking head unit. I think it's gonna look really nice in the Razor. I'll post some of the specifications to this in the video. I can't remember all of them, but from what I can remember, when I compared this to almost everything else out there, there just wasn't anything that did everything that this will do. So I'm really excited about this. Can't wait to get it in. If you're interested in seeing the install or getting my honest feedback and actual review of how well it works, follow me on YouTube, Hobby Tech DIY, also on Instagram and Facebook under the same name. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.